What's going on, YouTube, traders, investors? Today is going to be an option update. We were in 3 options last week, and as you can see by the balance of my Robinhood portfolio, it was a really good week. Let's get into it. All right, before we get into the video, there's going to be a link in the description below for Robinhood. If you use that link to sign up, you get a free stock, I get a free stock, it's all good. And you stand a chance of getting a Berkshire Hathaway, Apple, Facebook, GE, Ford, and many more. And remember that everything on the Robinhood app is free. You don't pay any fees to trade. That means buy or sell any stock. Also, options are free too. So please use that link. It'll be greatly appreciated. Thank you in advance. Okay, the first option contract that we sold last week is going to be ticker symbol AZN, AstraZeneca. If you watched the video, you saw we got in at $19 and we sold on October 30th for $145, about 650%. A little bit why we got in there is we saw unusual options activity in AstraZeneca. And then we did further research and saw they had earnings coming up. And my take on that was I thought somebody knew something. That's why they brought, I want to say it was over 1,600 contracts near the ask. So we went ahead and bought one. Wish I would have bought more, didn't. We made some money. And if you make money, you're not losing money. So, but we will have other opportunities in the future. So we're going to move on to the next option that we got out of. The next option that we closed last week was actually on Friday. It was ticker symbol DD, DuPont. We bought a 69.50 call expiring the 15th of November for $65 on October 24th. And let me tell you what happened with this. The reason we got in, we saw a large number of contracts bought at the ask or near the ask. So we went and looked at what was going on with DuPont. And we see that Dow, which used to be a part of DuPont, had earnings and they beat, and the stock was up, I believe, 4 to 5%, which was causing DuPont to rise also. So we figured if Dow was going to beat on the earnings, DuPont was probably going to beat on their earnings too, which is exactly what happened. On October 31st, they reported earnings. It was a beat. But the market decided to take a dive that day. So the options contract took a dive with it, went all the way down to about $20. So if you remember, we got in at 65, it dropped down to 20. So we went ahead and looked and we figured that the market was just having a bad day and this stock was going to bounce back, which is what it did. So we went ahead and bought 2 more contracts, one at 20, one at 25. So we had a total of $110 with these 3 contracts. Well, the first comes around Friday, the stock shoots up. So we sell 2 of the contracts, the 2 contracts that we bought on the 31st for $45. We sold for $140. And we let the last one ride to about 100, which put us making well over 100% on this contract, on these 3 contracts. So we probably should have held on because I believe this stock is going higher, but you never know what's going to happen Monday when the stock market opens. So we decided to take the money, and when you take the money, you don't lose money. So moving on. The last option contract that we sold last week is going to be ticker symbol PVH Corp. We got into this on October 25th for $78. It was a $100 call. Once again, we saw a large number of contracts being bought at the ask or near the ask. And I decided I'm going to jump in this because obviously somebody knows something. And they got insider information or whatever. It's hard to tell on these things. So I went ahead and bought in at 78. Well, 3 days later, on October 28th, I believe JP Morgan and several other big analysts for those firms came out and downgraded PVH. and the stock started to tumble. So we ended up selling at 40. We took a $38 loss. And the one thing I can tell you, I've been messing with options for a while now. And the best piece of advice, I don't remember who said it, but they said if you buy a contract at such and such price, and that contract gets down to half of what you paid for it, it's probably time to cut your losses. And I learned many lessons about that. So from now on, if I get into a contract and it goes down 50%, I'm getting out. I'm cutting my losses short, hopefully. And you'll see that this stock, I believe, is going to continue to go down. It's going to expire worthless. So I stood the chance of losing all $78. And I've been in other contracts. That's happened to me. It's not going to happen again. So that's going to conclude this option update. And I've got some big news coming out in the next update for November. So what's in your portfolio for November? There's going to be a big update. I'm going to make some big changes. So if you like the content, subscribe, hit that like button, smash that bell for future notifications, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.